That's it. The takeover Teofimo Lopez has finally done it. He's calling out Gervonta Davis. He said he wants to scrap. In November, he said if Tank needs an opponent, I'll be a Huckleberry. So that is the latest from Teofimo. He looks kind of big. He was supporting Canelo as Canelo gears up for his upcoming fight with Edgar Berlanga. And let's take a listen to what Teofimo had to say. Roll the clip.
And we'll see. Probably the end of the year.
Thank you. I know you gotta run.
Hey, Tank, give me a fight, brother.
Mentioned the Gervonta fight. Say, Gervonta, give me a fight.
Yeah.
Is that the fight you want the most? What do you want to see?
He ain't fighting. I ain't fighing. What's up?
Say again?
He's not fighting. I ain't fighting. What's up?
He's got a November date and a December date. Could you make that date?
Ready?
I don't know. I don't know. Am I ready?
Why do you want that fight with Tank, Tio? I mean, it's obvious. It's a great fight, but why?
Well, I don't like people saying that I'm dunking somebody.
Why do you beat him?
Why?
Well, yeah.
Why do I beat him? Because I'm Teofimo the takeover. That's why.
What's your reaction?
Why do I beat him? Because I'm Teofimo the takeover. That's why. Weird answer. Listen, I'm not going to spend too much time with this because I don't think it will happen. Now, he's saying he's calling out Tank because people are saying that he's ducking him. I have no idea what he's talking about. I have not heard one person really even mention Teofimo since his last fight. And I'm not saying that to be facetious. I'm not trying to be funny. I really haven't heard much chatter from anybody regarding Teofimo. So these alleged duck calls like, oh, people are saying I'm ducking him. I have no idea what he's talking about. I think Steve Claggett was tougher than the public expected for Teofimo. Teofimo couldn't get a stoppage there. It was a guy, I believe he has 7 losses, now has 8 losses. So for me, that really is not the performance that garners you a Tank Davis fight. It's that simple. It's not. And neither is Shakur Stevenson. See, the game is getting watered down. There's a lot of low quality content available for your pleasure or your misery right here online. And the good thing is you got Boxing Ego, the best in the business, and it's not even close to clean the streets up and make some sense of the boxing game. I'm going to say, I don't care if it's popular, but I'm going to say what's real. Gervonta Davis is the face of boxing, him and Canelo. 1A, 1B, those are the guys. Everybody else falls in line. They could be good fighters. They could be skilled. You could think they can beat Tank, whatever. We're just talking about the A side and the business. Tank is that. From 130 to 147, basically 140, Tank is running the show as the A side. It's that simple, period. You hear guys in other weight classes mentioning Tank. You hear people telling sparring stories with Tank. Tank. It is what it is. So, for one, I haven't heard anyone really even mention Teofimo's name, nor have I heard people say that he's ducking. Second, you did not inspire based on your last performance. And again, I'll say what other people aren't confident enough to say because maybe they're pandering. They want to interview with the fighter or whatever, so they don't want to say what's on their mind. Shakur Stevenson off of the Artem Haratunian fight, guy coming off a loss. And also before that, Edwin De Los Santos, people said you ran. Neither of these performances really have garnered a Tank fight. And they're still good fights, but it's still, I guess what I'm saying by garnered is it doesn't put you in the driver's seat for any of those fights. Meaning it doesn't, you don't, if you had an incredulous win that everybody was talking about and you made some noise, think when Floyd Mayweather picked Marcos Maidana. He had just beaten Adrian Broner. That's what I'm talking about. Maidana was a veteran, fought the Amir Khans, Kotelniks, and all these guys, Devin Alexander and Jesus Soto Caras. And then he had that marquee name in Broner and beat him. Not like losing to Devin Alexander, losing a tough fight to Amir Khan. He beat a name as big as Broner in the height of Broner's career when he was undefeated, supposed to be the next Floyd Mayweather. That booked him the ticket, like where it's just like it was a no-brainer. What I'm saying for Shakur and Tio, neither one of them off their last performances really have earned like extra leverage when Tank was already the A side no matter what, right? The other thing is we're hearing rumors that Tank could fight in November, possibly December. Tio, we've heard rumors that he might move to 47. We've heard rumors about Tank fighting possibly in November, December against maybe even a El Rayo or somebody. They're trying to work that out right now. So to me, this is like a baseless call out. Some fans are going to get hyped because they want to see the fight because it is a good fight. But at the same time, I'm not putting no actual, this doesn't have legs to me. Because you, as well as the rest of the boxing populace, know and understand that Tank Davis is rumored to fight and they're working on landing the fight. So Teofimo just throwing his name in the hat does nothing, especially when he's an ESPN fighter. He's contractually, obligated to Top Rank, who has an obligation to ESPN. He's not off of his last Steve Claggett performance. He's not in the driver's seat. He's not the A side. So best believe, this is my opinion, but it will be true, this fight ain't happening. So again, I can't spend, this video will not reach the 8-minute mark. I promise you that, because I don't have 8 minutes worth of things to say because I know this is not going to happen next. If you want to see Teofimo and Tank, you better click on YouTube when they sparred years ago, and that's the closest. It's not happening next. I really don't see it, and for that reason, I don't really care too much, to be honest, because it's just a waste of time. Yes, it would be a good fight, but I highly doubt that the fight will happen. Teofimo coming off of the last performance, having contractual obligations, I just highly doubt that the fight is next. Lomachenko was supposed to fight Tank. That didn't work. So they already tried to negotiate with the top-ranked fighter. They were weeks in, and it fell apart and fizzled out. And Loma says, oh, I want to spend time with my family. I'm not in the mood to fight. So Teofimo hasn't really made much noise coming off the Steve Claggett. Not going to happen. Subscribe.